Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a 13th seat clock calendar reading for Scorpio. So that's anybody that's got Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. Now, I'm recording this on December 6th, and it probably won't be out till the 7th because I'm a little behind from all the things. So, now, Venus is in Scorpio until the 15th of December. So you might be feeling that energy as well. And the moon is going to be in Scorpio on the 12th to 13th. And you may have felt Mercury in Scorpio on December 1st. And then it moved. Anything else going on in Scorpio? I don't think so. So there's going to be a little bit of heightened scorpionic energy when the moon and Venus are in Scorpio on the 12th and 13th. Which is interesting because the 13th is... 13 is the death number, the number of Scorpio. Alright, I think that's it for now. Oh, and Pluto is in Capricorn for a while yet. So there's a sort of grounding and pulling up out of the water and beaching energy as well, that I think I noticed in another reading. Now, I did also notice that there's a sort of a lusty love kind of energy afoot in December, a little bit in mid-month, but then more around the change, the equinox there, the 21st. So I'm using my bucket of charms here, and the mini Rider-Waite, and the Uno deck, and my phrase deck that I made. So we are going to look at what's going on with December, the rest of December here. We've still got a few weeks left. Oh yes, most definitely the 15th. So the last day of Venus in Scorpio. And we also have the number of the Devil, which is the Capricorn. I also see it breaking down to number 6, which could be the Lovers. Okay, so this is the 10 of Cups inverted. Or is it? Yeah, the 10 of Cups inverted. The 10 of Cups. Okay, so I've rearranged these a little bit and added the outer planets where there were duplicates in which planets go to which card. So for me, instead of Mars in Pisces, the 10 of Cups is now Pluto in Pisces, and we see essentially like having scorpionic energy, but it's in the reverse. Okay. So I'll get back to that in a second. And now I have also the God damn it, the 9 of Wands inverted, the moon in Sagittarius. So the moon is going to be in Sagittarius on the 14th and 15th of December. Okay, so we're looking specifically at the 15th of December here. Now I see 9 and then I see a 10. Both inverted. We're going deeper. Right? It's like I've been waiting for it's like I've been waiting for what I desire for a long time, and I've been in this place where I'm afraid to get what I truly desire. Right? disheartened. I'm unhappy for a long time. And I'm very most definitely do not want to be stuck in unhappiness. Alright, so let's see what's on the table for 2021 for Scorpio. Let's get some charms here. Getting a little repeats here. I'm only supposed to get 2 more, and I'm going to leave it, though. I think I'm not sure that this mermaid is supposed to be here, but I'll just keep it over here for now. Okay, so I've seen these charms a lot. I did shake them up quite a bit. So between these other readings, so I have in upright, I have the cello, the headphones, the kawaii face, I have the llama, Ralph the Wonder Llama, and the champagne glasses, essentially the Two of Cups. I have the trowel. This is like it's a spade, so it's essentially the Ace of Cups, but for me this one means I need to dig deeper for the truth. Which makes sense because Scorpio energy is one of my I need to go deeper energies. So I have the halo here. The scroll. I have the penguin who has shown up so many times during these readings. It's like if that's the donut again, I'm going to kill somebody. Alright, and then maybe this mermaid. Okay, so this goes over here. Transformative energies. I'm getting like angels we have heard on high. Like a Christmas song. But also see, I mean the champagne glasses to me, plus this face indicates celebration of the new year. So it's definitely in this time of year in December. The llama here to me is giving me the beginning of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they're having a problem with the writers of the credits and they sack the whole crew, and then they end up with redoing the entire credits with the llamas. And to me it's like I need to dig deeper for the truth. There's some wisdom, some really key older, like, hidden information, secreted information, and someone's been blocking it. And this also gives me the celebration, right? We're going to celebrate a new paradigm, and we're going to just scrap what's been going on and redo it in a whole new way. So what's the penguin and the mermaid is sort of like diving deep in the cold water, and we already seen that there was something going on with going deeper with scorpionic energy. Now I also see the headphones and the cello. It tells me that there's some kind of, it's like there's a symphony on record, and I think it has to do with this information. So let me see what these inverted charms are. Okay. So we have the boom box. Okay. So it's like I'm not listening, I'm not broadcasting this signal. I'm checking it out for myself. Also inverted the t-shirt. There's the Holy Grail. The cup, Ace of Cups. Reading glasses. The hand with a ring on it, which popped up already. It's like Frodo's hand because it's little. Okay, now I have the eyeball. Thank God it's not the donut again. So I have the eyeball, which goes great with the reading glasses. I have the hand and the cup, and the t-shirt and the boombox go together. And I also have an electric guitar here, which goes with the boombox. I have dollar bills, dollar bills, dollar bills, y'all. So that goes with a t-shirt. I'm going to put that over here. Ooh. And this watch. Okay. So to me, this is indicating that there's a third eye blockage. I want some kind of, like, I want some sort of commitment or contract that's emotionally fulfilling, but it's not available. And it's like, if I knew what I wanted, I could make a slogan and put it on a t-shirt, right? I could sell merch to some kind of, I could sell merch to this concert if I broadcast, but it's like I'm trying to understand this information that's coming in, and I'm having a hard time receiving it because my third eye is out of focus. And there's this emotional fulfillment that's sort of out of reach. But I see it's like the quest for the Holy Grail and the Lord of the Rings trilogy to throw the ring in the fires of Mordor are kind of similar. It's like this long, arduous quest with perhaps a lot of disappointment in it, but I also get this idea that like the merch and the grail itself as a piece of hardware is sort of like the dinosaur Smaug in The Hobbit, or the dragon, and then the ring is like the next part of the Lord of the Rings. It's like it's like resolving an energy that was distorted at some point and passed down through history, where it's like, in order to hear this ancient truth, you're not going to hear it if you have it on surround sound. You have to listen very closely and quietly in the speakers and hear this really delicate sound. All right, so if I was going to summarize what 2021 would be for Scorpio, I would say there's what was the other card? There's an inward quest to find out, like, what the wind is whispering between the reeds. This, what does it say? Yes, most definitely. It's like some kind of universal secret. And because Scorpio exists in the place where things have gone to die, they're the ones who are most apt to unearth it. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oh, yes, all right, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on in January. God damn it. Should also point out that Uranus is going direct in Taurus in January, which is affecting Aquarius energy. So we're starting out with the Death card there. So there's Scorpio right there. Just for Death to Smoochie, but I don't know if that's applicable. Death can be a transformation cycle as well. It can be sort of a hibernation, but it can also be this sort of decay. So we have number 13, Death. And now I have a Knight here, so I need to get another card. See which quadrant of the archaeological dig we're gonna go in. Okay, so the Knight of Cups related to the Three of Cups. But the Knight is inverted. So we essentially have a Hanged Man. It's like Phil, you're partied out already. Your reputation precedes you, number 92, breaking down to 11. Okay, so Scorpio might have partied a little bit too hard for New Year. But you gotta reel it back in a little bit. Alright, that's really funny. Okay, so let's see what February. King of Cups. Okay, so we've come back from the bender here. It's like I am not gonna party as hard as I did there. That was I'm cutting back on for my New Year's resolution, and by Valentine's Day, oh, King of Cups, of course, Libra and Scorpionic energy. All right, start another segment. Okay, and we have the Eight of Wands inverted. All right. Now, Scorpio is hitting those feels in a very balanced way, but they're sitting on it. They're sitting on a gold mine. He's not moving yet. He's not communicating yet. He's not gonna. Scorpio doesn't want to send out any kind of love message. It's sort of like, I'm gonna wait until after Valentine's Day because I don't want to seem like I'm inauthentic. You know, it's like I've been through this emotional upheaval after drinking a little too hard because I was extremely upset. 10 of Cups inverted. Now what's interesting is the King is a 14, he's balanced, breaks down to 5, 5 and 8, 13 again. 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius. So I feel like this is coming from the nodal points. Now Gemini North Node, Sagittarius South Node, so it's kind of backwards, but it's sort of like my cycle is shifting, my world view is shifting, and which creates this balance. It's transformation of the emotional center. Enhanced Calm, they're coming out. The cat emerges from the bag. 78. So notice I have an 8 here. I have a 7, which is half of the King, but it breaks down to 15, which is what we started with. That energy coming from December 15th. So whoever's observing Scorpio, or if Scorpio is the one waiting for this King of Cups, just give it a minute. They're going to come forward with this message. Give it a second. So we have March. Okay, so we did this one first. I will not blank if you don't blank. So this is unconditional love, right? It's like, you know, I'm not going to respect you if you don't do every single thing I want ever, regardless of how it makes you feel or what it does to you or anything like that. Okay. This is conditional love. 573. I'm going to suggest that this is talking about Cups energy and that these are not going to break down to major arcana. We see 5 of Cups, sort of butthurt, left out, Mars and Scorpio, conflict and feeling mortally wounded. 7 of Cups, everything's kind of a clusterfuck and I'm confused. I've reassociated this as Uranus and Scorpio, but it's traditionally Venus, and we see that Venus is in Scorpio on December 15th when that cycle started. But the Uranus energy with Scorpio is saying that this is bouncing an echo of that consciousness shift as well, right? So we got that lust shift and now consciousness shift. Like, oh, like we shouldn't go into this you have to do X, Y, and Z to appease the societal role of being in love with someone. No, that's all bullshit. And you don't want to follow that pattern. Every single romantic comedy is based off of conditional love, more or less. Most of the sitcoms on TV are based on conditional love, and it's this. And certainly the jewelry commercials that are trying to make money. So Seven of Cups, people say it's options, but I see it as a whole bunch of distortions. It's like, if you can pick out this needle in the haystack, you can win the prize. You know, here's a bunch of rocks. If you find the uranium, you're a millionaire. You know, or like, if you can find the diamond out of this mountain of cubic zirconia, then we'll get engaged and you could be married. It's that kind of stupid crap. The Seven of Cups energy is putting forth. And then Three of Cups energy, Mercury in Cancer. And I'm getting this sort of flippant energy. It's like I'm going to be saucy and reflect back to you. It's like, quit hitting yourself. It's like, I know you are, but what am I? That's that kind of energy. And then combined, I have 15 cups. So it's back to that number 15, breaking down to 6. 6 cups is the sun in Scorpio and is this sort of romanticizing of the past. And in this case, it would be sort of romanticizing this sort of fairy tale that society has presented of, you know, this is the pattern that love is, and it's in the past, and we're still going to do it. Queen of Swords inverted. No, look at this. It's like the same color as the card here. Right? Off with his head. It's like, you're going to be in the doghouse if you don't mow this lawn and get me this certain ring from whatever shop for my birthday or anniversary or whatever the hell day. Like, she is a nag. And the Queen of Wands doubling down on this conditional love energy. Sort of like Mama said, knock you out. So we have both of the feminine energies coming in inverted with this conditional love. And what it seems to me is that there's this thing that people have talked about where it's like, if a feminine energy has existed in a masculine energy to protect herself in society and to sort of overcome childhood trauma, they'll take on a masculine behavior and energy role to get by in life, and then they go to have a relationship and they end up butting heads with their masculine because they're used to leading. This, to me, is, I have 2 queens in the relationship, both distorted. It's saying the feminine in the relationship is distorted, and the masculine, for some reason, has gone the route of protecting his inner child by taking on the feminine energy. Sort of, in this case, it comes out as sort of hot-tempered or shrewish. You know, like, he doesn't like food with too much spice in it, and he comes in, it's like, it's still too spicy. And again, this idea of, you know, like, it's like, I told him he need to do this, and da 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 da, and then he didn't, and now he's in the doghouse. So we see that in March, when the sun goes into Aries, there's this, it's sort of flame, like sparks the flame of the major issue in society that needs to be addressed. It's like, the reason I'm not coming out yet is because the after effect of Valentine's Day is basically, you know, now that the distorted feminine of this society has gotten their holiday, we get to like St. Patty's Day, and there's the steak and blowjob day. Now it's payback time. And it's sort of like, you see why I'm not coming out with this King of Cups yet, because it's this particular time of year where people are very gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, so in April, the Knight of Wands inverted. Okay, interesting. So Queen of Wands inverted, Eight of Wands inverted, Knight of Wands inverted. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. With the Eight of Swords inverted. This is almost the same kind of energy as from February, but let me see, what's this? Hold it for a minute. 65, breaking down to 11, universal timing. Okay. So this is what wants to happen. Knight of Wands wants to come in and say, I'm busting through this mental prison of the distorted conditional love. I'm going to bust out of this like full heat. I'm going to melt all these swords, and we're going to blow up the prison, and everybody's going to get out. It's going to be spectacular. Fireworks and shit. Eight of Swords, Jupiter and Gemini. So again, that nodal energy. There's going to be a shift in global consciousness. Oh my god, I did that in the last reading too. I tried to say conscience and consciousness at the same time. I mean, if you're sitting on a guilty conscience, or you're trying to insist someone else should feel guilty for not getting the thing or doing the stuff on a certain time, that would be the shift. And again, I'm not sure when the nodes are changing. I know that right now it's North Node, Gemini, South Node, Sagittarius. I don't know if it's still going to be the same in April, but we'll get there. We'll find out. Knight of Wands. Scorpio and Sagittarius. Okay, so we have two things with Sagittarian energy. Right? He's trying to send that message out. He's on an errand. He's like with the ready to shoot those arrows and whatever. What's interesting is that there's scorpionic energy. And because there's scorpionic energy inverted, it's like, we need to go deeper. Like, how big, how far into the ground do these cups go? It's like a fucking amphora. But also when I see a Knight inverted, it tells me the Hanged Man, which is Neptunian energy. So there's this idea that there's some kind of dark transformative thing that's going to happen in the subconscious. And it can't be the distorted Eight of Swords. Why did I say Eight of Cups? The distortion can't be released until the roots of it in the subconscious. I said cups, but the I meant it would be like, how far into the ground does the rebar go on these prison gates? Knight is a 12, breaking down to a 3, plus 8 is 11, and then we had another 11 here. Okay, so we're dealing with universal timing, in which, in order to be free of this societal thinking, there has to be a transformation and a death cycle in the subconscious where it's been programmed. Right, this Knight is writing in there like a virus to counteract, like an antivirus. Okay, so we're in the May. 5 of Wands inverted. Notice it goes from essentially 12 Wands to 5 Wands. This is traditionally Saturn in Leo, but I've changed it to Neptune. So again, this idea of subconscious energy, this need to attack. I also have the Sun inverted here, which tells me Moon energy. So there's, in the darkness, there's this sphere of like not being enough, or of, essentially, it's like this is like a tit for tat kind of energy. You need to do this and this and this and this, or I'm not going to have sex with you, or I'm going to get a divorce, or I'm going to cheat on you, or whatever. It's this, it's like, if I see you in any kind of demerit way, or you come for me in any way, I'm going to hit you in the face right back, emotionally or actually. And this 5, a shift or a pivot, is saying I'm reducing the flame on this torch, so every time a little bit of hot air gets near me, I don't go ballistic. So now I have another Knight inverted, so let me get another card to go with that. Okay, the Page of Cups inverted, which is an 11. So there's a background energy. So we have a Page inverted of Cups that is trying to level up to a Knight. And I have a red card to go with it. 3 times around 16. So a Tower moment as well, but in a red energy, which right now is telling me Cups, or there's a root problem. It's like, the first time I tried to become a Knight, all I ended up was getting in a bar fight. The second time I tried to become a Knight, I didn't make it. I only got to a Page level and I couldn't get the promotion. The third time I tried to get to be a Knight, I had a really insane Tower moment, and maybe I'm finally going to earn that horse. That's right, computer. Mm-mm. 16, the Tower, Mars energy, Aries, breaking down to 7, which is going to be the Chariot, which is movement, but you already saw there was a pivot. This is number 5 in terms of shifting, is like starting the engine. I'm just going to heat up the car and scrape the ice off it. Why am I putting these all sideways? That's weird. Okay, anyway. 2 minutes, okay. Alright, so let's do June here. Okay. So we have the 7 of Swords inverted. I was going to say, didn't I just get that? But I think it was in the previous reading. 7 of Cups. Didn't I? 7 of Cups. Oh, okay, I was talking about it from this card. Okay, so I didn't actually get the 7 of Cups. But I do have the Seven of Swords here. So traditionally, the moon in Aquarius, but I've reassigned it Pluto in Aquarius. So Scorpionic energy. Again, there's this is giving me an echo of the energy in January of when Uranus went direct in Taurus, because at that point the moon was in Aquarius. This is bringing an end to some kind of deception. Here it would be a subversion or distortion of the truth. And we see that there's sort of an emotional battle going on, but also this idea of what is the truth? What is... The deception is that you're supposed to buy things at certain holidays for people. Christmas, New Year, Valentine's Day, and so on. But none of that really matters except for these two swords over here. Your truth and your person's truth. Now we have the Queen of Cups. Alright, so very much dealing with balanced, intuitive, emotional well-being. Right, I am the master of my emotions in that they no longer control me, but I let them flow in and out. And I'm no longer, like, I don't wear they're not wearing me, I wear them, kind of in energy. And the Queen here is Gemini and Cancer energy. I cried and cried, and I couldn't muffle it with my hand, 111. So not only is there 11 universal timing, but it's 111, where it's sort of, I guess 11 squared is 121. But the energy here is that there's a universal timing where the dark and the light are coming together. And this realization of coming out of this emotional distortion where you're trained to think a certain way and parrot this idea that you will be unhappy unless you follow this pattern. It's like, oh my God, what have I done with my life? This is awful. And then coming into this balance, this is a transformation. So queens are also possessed the number 13. It's like I'm having an emotional rebirth and realignment. So in July, the Four of Swords. Okay, so we're reducing the number of swords, but this is also the day after. This is the day after. Right. I now rest on the truth, and the three swords that were stuck into my heart, I now hang on the wall like they were, you know, like if it was a deer's head or something. It's like a trophy. I have earned these three swords because I pulled them out of my heart. This is, you know, look at my gallstone in the jar on the shelf. Four of Swords energy, traditionally Sagittarius, no, Jupiter, Jesus Christ. Traditionally Jupiter in Libra, but I've reassigned it Neptune. So there's this idea of my subconscious has cleared of this societal imprint, and I am now relaxed and recovering from all that I've been through. Two of Pentacles inverted. Jupiter in Capricorn. Right, the decision has been made. I'm no longer juggling what my heart really wants and what society has imprinted on me. It's no longer tit for tat. It's I'm following the truth. I'm starting to gain some insight. Exactly what I said. 5, pivot shift, 8, strength, or justice, depending. And it was right down to 13 again, that transformation. So let's look at August. Queen of Pentacles inverted. Somehow I expected to see her when I grabbed this deck, but I didn't realize she was going to be inverted. I think because the Two of Pentacles was inverted too. In this way, I feel like the growth that's happening is internally. Internal transformation. We're manifesting Pentacles, healing in deep inside the core. Internal transformation 13. The Pentacles have to do with the body and with manifestation. It's like, it's also like, look at all the money I'm saving when I don't go out and buy shit just because the stores tell me I should. But again, it's also this deep internal transformation and nurturing of the solar center, the inner strength to be confident in myself and in my own truths and emotional truths. So now I have the Knight of Wands. No, the Page of Wands inverted. Very much matching this yellow color. And I feel like I had a page inverted already. I have one over here. I feel like these things keep, like, code switching. It goes like Swords, Wands, Cups, and then it's over here, Wands, Cups, and then it goes back, Cups, Swords, Swords, Pentacles, and then Pentacles sends it back to Wands. It's sort of like chasing your own tail. It's like the very hungry caterpillar. And also this card is yellow as well, so very much solar energy. But let's see, the Page of Wands, I've assigned Uranus energy. So again, we're getting this echo of the Uranus retrograde. We're transforming how we perceive our own sort of soul drive for August. And it says, remember the advice, or remember my advice, 209. So it's we have the 0 energy here. Uranus is also the ruler of the Fool. And in some way you could say a page that's inverted is similar to the Fool because they sort of dove off the cliff. But I don't feel like that's quite what's going on there. We have a 13 and an 11, and then we have 11 here again. It's saying, it's like, even if you don't think you're ready to go off on this journey, I'm going to kick you out of the airplane, but remember the advice on the way down about how to handle your parachute. There's this healing that has to be addressed immediately. And in order to have better perception, too, about your own core being, 9, we're going inward for the growth. But we need to remember the advice. So we need to see where the other... I was certain there was 9, 1, 1 energy in this reading, but it might have been the other one. Might have been the previous reading. Oh, okay. It's over here. I have a 9 and a 2 on this card. Your reputation... Oh my god. Your reputation precedes you. Okay. So the advice is, if you feel gun-shy about... This is saying I feel shy about coming out with my real energy because people are going to judge me as soon as I get out here. It's like... Let them think about it, because the very fact of you being transformed is going to have an effect on whoever you encounter. They're like, oh, party animal. Did you do this? Did you do that? You still drinking everybody under the table every weekend? And then you're just like, no. And they're like, what the hell's wrong with you? And it's sort of remembering not to be afraid of being yourself when you're about to head out into the world to practice this new being in your own truth and existing as your true self. But it's like being unconditional without apologizing for it to people who still might see you as in an old paradigm. So we have the 8 of Pentacles inverted. Now, this could be seen as lazy, but it could be internal work. So it depends on what the other cards are. 8 of Pentacles, Mercury in Sagittarius. So I see this as relating to the nodes again. And I don't know if they're going to be still in Sagittarius and Gemini in September or not. I'm sort of feeling like the mercurial energy there is like the end of Virgo. I just heard like bury the hatchet. So now I have the King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles, Aries and Taurus energy. Oh, I was reading that wrong. The 8 of Pentacles is the Sun in Virgo, so it was Virgo energy. But inverted, it's a moon energy. It's like I'm doing my work in secret. Interesting. Okay. Master of the Hunt, resources, gets what they seek, associated with nature, crown chakra, the Emperor in Pentacles. This is describing the King of Pentacles, or the Emperor who has gone out into the Pentacles kingdom. It's kind of this. Okay, okay. I see what's going on here. It's like undercover boss. So I see a 2 and a 9. That goes back to that 2, 9, and 11, but it's 129. So there's a 12 and a 9. It ultimately breaks down back down to 12, which breaks down to 3, which would be the Empress. But it could also be the 3 of Pentacles. That's like I'm mapping out where I need to go. I'm also sort of perplexed, though, because I'm definitely getting this idea of, like, undercover boss. This is like a shift or a pivot. 5 and 3 is 8. Okay. I'm kind of confused by this. I want to get another card. Undercover boss. What does that mean? Oh, okay. I need to get one of these. And not one of the other ones. What does this have to do with the progression? Okay, I need to get a card that's specifically green. I think it's this one. Undercover boss. Okay, so let me get the light green one that was hiding underneath it. Protection, healing, meditation, green garnet, androdite, Pluto and Saturn energy, 169. Let's see what in front of that was. I didn't fully believe, 403. Okay, so this is your, it's kind of like your guides checking in on you. Okay. Oh. Star inverted. 8. And the Emperor inverted. Okay, so I did say it was like the Emperor. So we have undercover boss. 488. What is the progression? What does this mean? Clarify the King of Pentacles inverted. Okay, so 5 of Cups inverted and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, I feel like what's happening here is there's this, I'm shy to come out and let people see me how I am now. And your guides are sort of coming in to check on you. And you're like, oh, I didn't know I had protection from the universe. I thought I was on my own here. Desperately trying to do this internal healing and thinking I had to be out and like manifesting like a mofo. All of a sudden, it's like, no, you can take your time. Baby steps. Okay. So you are protected, and it's also, I don't have a lot of different gems written on these cards. This just happened to me that I was looking through a crystal book. But in this case, particular case, because there's other pentacles in here, it's like in order to achieve the work and the healing that needs to be done, your guides are saying don't take on too much at once. We're here even though you didn't think we were. But in the meantime, go find this green garnet or other material things you can hold on to that will hold this Pluto and or Saturnian energy to help you move through this. So it's like a little bit of a stumbling block, but that's okay because people don't learn in exponential in a parabolic curve. They tend to learn in, you know, a little bit over here and then back and then this way again. It's, you know, I'm shy to get out the gate, but let me back up and get a running start. Let me kiss the egg before I go down the slope here. All right, so we have October. When we hit the sun in Scorpio. Let me see from the orange on here that we're probably heating up a little bit. 9 of Cups inverted. This keeps coming up and it's like I'm afraid to go for what I want. That's what I've been getting for the last couple of days. I'm afraid to achieve that which will make me happy. Yeah. Jupiter in Pisces. Seven of Swords again. So I have 7 and I have 9. That's 16. That's a Tower moment where it's like my brain is full of fuck. I'm overly worried about, like, I'm psyching myself out of what I desire, because I'm like, what if this goes wrong? 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 And it's just it's very much sort of a relapse of this energy, but it's like, you know, now that I've learned conditional love, like, I could go out there and be happy, but, like, I'm afraid of it because it's like what I thought I wanted was taken away from me once, and it made me sad, even though it gave me an emotional transformation. Right? It's like there's still some shadow work with another layer of that similar energy down in there. Grounding of the heart center, 18. So moon energy, and then in order to come through this and counteract it, I need to ground in my heart center. I need to have anchor myself to the boat while I take the rope line down into the depths of the water for the healing. Right, we're going spelunking, but we need a tether. All right, so let's look at November. Still scorpionic energy. Okay, so now we have the Page of Cups upright. So there's the shadow work that happens as we hit Halloween, basically, comes up in November as another emotional level up. 11, universal timing, Page of Cups. Right, I've come back out of the subconscious and I'm starting another cycle, right? Because 11, so we have a completion, and then the page is like a low vibration of the ace. I'm sort of setting out on foot on this new emotional journey after doing some more clearing. Right? This is what I'm trying to clear. This 5 of Cups that popped up over here. This is what I'm moving from. Yeah, Mars and Scorpio, emotional conflict. Having it easy is not a blessing because there's lack of opportunity for maturity, 84, which breaks down to 12. But I see the sort of Emperor number and that 8 number from over here again. It's like, this is what we're resolving, this fear of moving forward because of emotional overwhelm. And it's like the universe is like, yeah, we know it's been hard, but you wouldn't have learned anything. So let's look at December. I know the battery's going. The Ace of Cups. I don't know if it was upside down or not, but as I was looking at it, it was sort of at an angle. So as the cycle completes, the Ace of Cups pops in. Right? Notice how I said the page is a low vibration of the ace. And the ace is starting to come into view as we hit December. 6 of Swords. I'm sailing away from the bullshit to the Ace of Cups island. Mercury in Aquarius. I'm heading in the right direction, or collectively we're heading in the right direction. 8:15. So it sort of looks like 8 and then a line and then a 5. But we see that there's been 8, this sort of strength and work number popping up a lot. And then 15, that December 15th from this month. And then I see 8 and 5, that's at 13 again. But if I add that 1 in the middle, that's Temperance or King. Balance. A sort of like transformation hanging in the balance on the ability to move away from toxicity, from the distortion towards emotional truth. Okay? And we notice with Scorpio, it's a lot about being like underground, basically. And the boat to me is always sort of like coming in and out of Hades, right? It's like the ferryman for the dead. And when the Six of Swords is upright, he's sailing back into the light. And when it's inverted, he's bringing people back down underground into the darkness to go deeper into the issues. So this is like I'm releasing from the issues and I'm popping back up onto the surface, right? I'm done with my dive, reel me back up. It's like I found treasure in the sunken ship. Okay? So this is what Scorpio is dealing with. And there's certain tasks that are happening for a lot of these other signs that is sort of Scorpio is doing something and then it spreads into the collective consciousness. And for Scorpio, it's about distorted attachment feelings. All right. So if you want to get a personal reading, you can get this reading. It's one of the ones I have for sale. The complete list of readings I have is in the description box of my infomercial video, which is going to be linked below this one. All of these links are under my link tree. That's linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. You can also email me for the list of readings. I have coloring books, dark poetry book. I have merch and prints on Cafe Press and DeviantArt. I have actual art items on Etsy. If you use the coupon code 3*17, you'll get 17% off an order of 3 or more items. And that coupon code pops up at the top of the screen if you go through the link tree. If you want to keep this channel running, you can donate. That's paypal.me/CattheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy. And we'll see you later. Bye.